Back to Drunk Under the Sun. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and of course right here on YouTube. And you may have guessed it, I'm here by myself. Tom's not here, so this might be my return to memory lane. That's right, folks. I'm going to take you from episode 26 all the way to 53. And man, it's been a wild ride so far, and you never know what Tom's going to say. I never know what Tom's going to say. And this episode, way back in episode 27, we talked about communication, the different forms of it. And Tom brought up this funny, well, I brought it up, a word that I don't like to use or that I think is dirty. And Tom had this unique perspective on it. So let's take a listen.
I can see that, but I just hate that word. Like,
I mean, it's a dirty sounding word.
What if, like, somebody was using it in a nice way? Like, if you're having sex and say something about...
I love your cunt.
Yeah, like that.
I just want to fuck your cunt. Now, you said two bad words in the same sentence, sir. And it's really fucked up.
And that wouldn't turn me on.
Can I eat your cunt out? You know what? I'm going to have to try that. If I'm going to have to go to my wife and go, can I eat your cunt out? See how long I don't have sex. How long it goes before I have sex again. Hey, babe, I just want to eat your cunt out. Because women hate that word. Women, every woman I've ever met, they don't have a problem with pussy or vagina or clit.
But cunt.
But cunt. When you say cunt, they're like, what did you say? It's like calling a black guy a nigger.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
That is still pretty fucked up. I can't believe it. But he has a good point. I mean, it is very similar to that, but I don't know if I would use it, and I don't know if I would ask my wife to do that if I had a wife. I'm divorced. But whatever. But anyways, a couple of episodes later, back in episode 28, we had our first guest. Our first guest was Sergeant Andrew, and he came to us with a lot of unique stories from the military. And this one was one of my standouts. It's probably one of the standouts of the episode. And it's just funny. So let's take a look at what Sergeant Andrew said, episode 29.
I imagine you met a lot of people when you was in there from different places. What was like someone who stuck out in your mind? Did you have some friend or someone, not a friend, but like maybe a retard that just always kept doing stupid shit?
All right, I don't want to say this kid's name. I'm glad you said that because I totally forgot about this kid.
Call him Bob.
Within 2 years, you should be a specialist. Let me just say that.
And he's not.
He's been in like 4.5 years, E2.
So he's like the bottom of the totem pole. He's like, how many times you gotta clean those shit bowls?
Complete idiot. Really dumb.
Stupid.
And like kind of just weird, right? This kid, he was out there, man. Like, we had this first sergeant that would have formation. He would talk for like 45 minutes straight just talking about bullshit that we did not need to hear. We just want to go home. You know, because it's like 7 o'clock at night. We just want to go home. And
you got there, what, 2?
Yeah. So, I'm gonna say this
2 in the morning.
Let's say Bob is in the back of formation, just completely quiet, and you know you're standing at like the position.
That's
like,
his name, Bob.
Yeah, we're gonna call him Bob. First sergeant would be like 40 minutes into his speech, and then you just hear Bob in the back. He's in like the back rank, and he just go, "Man, fuck this shit." you just hear him yell it, but.
Fuck this shit.
He would just yell that. You got like 200 soldiers just all at the same time turning around, and they're just looking at Bob because he just interrupted first sergeant by screaming, "Fuck this shit!"
Now, did he do that often?
Often, all the time. He'd be like,
"That would brighten my day every day."
Fuck! What happened to him?
Nothing. I think
did he graduate?
Oh, he eventually just got out of the army.
Oh, God.
It was one of those things where I think everybody knew he was kind of just fucked, so like... Another kid said that first sergeant would just destroy him. But first sergeant would be like, "Who was that? Is that Bob?" Alright, fuck it. Alright, moving on. So he just keeps
moving on.
He's been here for 4 years.
He just keeps talking. So he just screamed what all of us were thinking. That first sergeant would talk. That guy would talk so long. We used to take bets on how long he was gonna talk.
Oh my God.
His last words every time he'd be like, if he had like some shitty news for you, like his name was First Sergeant Bob. He'd be like, shotgun blast. You all motherfuckers going to the field next week. He like thought it was hilarious that we were going to the field.
Well, I don't get what shotgun blast means.
He's just saying like, punch to the gut, here we go.
Shotgun blast.
Shotgun blast.
So if they did something stupid, that's what he said.
Yeah, he'd be like, shotgun
Shotgun blast, bitch!
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
That's exactly how he would say it. That dude was hilarious.
Oh, that's exactly how he would say it. This guy sounds like my kind of person.
Shotgun blast. We're back. Oh my god. That's a funny story. I'm glad we had him on. I'm hoping we get some more guests and see where it goes from there. But that was a good episode, and I had a lot of fun there just listening to the stories from the military. It's a good episode, so check it out. Episode 29, Sergeant Andrew in the military. Fast forward a little bit. Episode 33 comes around. Tom and I decided to see the Joker movie. Well, it might be one of my most controversial statements, but it's a standout line. And after this clip, I'm going to give you a little bit more clarity on what I'm trying to talk about here. Let's look at it.
And that's different. But in some scenes, like when he started talking to people, and I know why he did it, because it might have been anxiety. Like he was trying to make the Joker have anxiety or something. Yeah. But like in some situations when he's talking to people, I'm like, man, he's really just coming across retarded to me.
That's so funny. Because you know what I was thinking about the other day? The other day I was thinking like exactly what you just said a second ago. I was thinking not retarded, but I was thinking...
Okay, I know the difference between mental illness and mentally handicapped. I get it. And all I was trying to say there was I felt Joaquin Phoenix was using acting methods that he saw other actors use as mentally handicapped as mentally ill. And it just came across wrong to me. I thought he was using the wrong method. But that's exactly how I felt in some scenes. And I'm sorry, but it's a great movie. That's just how I felt in some of those sequences. So that's my explanation. Whatever. But anyways, we're moving on down this memory lane, getting drunk as we do it, and as you know, Tom's lived a wild life. Some of these things that I didn't know until Tom told me on the show. So we skip ahead to episode 36. Episode 36, where Tom and I discuss drugs and alcohol. And he lays out this hilarious story about drugs there towards the end of the episode. Let's listen into that clip from Drunken with Son, episode 36. Here it goes.
Like, I'm not a crackhead, but I can see how people are crackheads.
Yeah.
Because if you ever done the drug, you would realize, like, that it's a very addictive drug. Like, you get this euphoric high really fast.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, it's gone. You're like, fuck, I could do that again. I could do it again, right?
Oh, yeah, so you'd want more.
You want more.
Okay.
And it's fucking insane, dude.
That's wild.
Like,
yeah.
to me, I was always like, the only time I ever smoked, I've smoked crack, I've snorted coke. But the only times I've ever done it, I never bought it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I never bought it. So I was always like, well, I guess we're out now. And other people are like, we gotta go rob someone. And so to me, as a gangster, I was like, I guess we're gonna rob someone.
I guess it's happening.
It's happening now. And they're like, why are you doing this? Like, he's addicted, I'm not. It's the first time I've ever done it. Pretty amazing, but it ruins your life.
Take it from this guy.
Take it from this guy. He's gonna rob that cop.
Rob that guy.
He's fucked.
We gotta rob someone. It fucking kills me. It kills me every fucking time. Oh shit! I didn't expect that. That is one of my that's probably my favorite line Tom's ever delivered. Now, it's higher than that blowjob story that I gave the last one. That's a good one. I really like that. You gotta rob somebody. But a few episodes later, we finally talked about one of our favorite comic book characters, or our favorite comic book character, fucking Batman. We finally got the episode out, and we reminisced on stories about how we were as kids, what introduced us to Batman, and this is my failed attempt at being the Batman.
1989 Batman introduced me to Batman.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, because I wasn't like a Batman fan until then.
Really?
Oh no. But after that, it spawned this whole thing about wanting to become Batman.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like making a suit with my brother and stuff. But see, I had a difference.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I was
awesome.
working on the suit, but the biggest issue was sewing.
For your cape?
Yeah. But I had this great idea. I was like, I'm going to be Batman, but I'm going to be different because I'm going to be all white. Why the fuck am I going to be all white?
Yeah, you're in the dark.
I know, right? It defeats the whole purpose, but I'm like, I'm going to be a white.
I'm going to be a white knight.
I'm going to be a white Batman.
Wow.
And I'm like, and then I was thinking just the other day about the show, I'm like,
That sounds stupid
that's
as fuck.
the dumbest fucking idea I ever had.
That is
like,
stupid.
why? They would see me coming. I can't hide anywhere. What's that big ghost over there?
It's awesome.
And what am I gonna be? Batman in rural Morrow County?
I know. I did the exact same thing, though. I did the exact same thing.
Man, I don't know what we were thinking. It was a cool concept, but living where we lived, it ain't gonna be nothing unless we're busting down on weed dealers or something. Because there ain't nothing in rural Morrow County. That's a hard word to say. We discussed it earlier, but not in this episode. But anyways, skipping on down the lane, Witcher hits Netflix, takes it by storm. And wow, was it a great episode or season, series, whatever? Was it amazing or not? I thought it was pretty great. And Tom thought it was pretty great. So we decided to do this review episode of Witcher. Landed on episode 45. And this is just a clip from the middle where we talk about the mage chick that is opposite of the Witcher. Not the older one, but the younger one. I don't remember her name. But I should have wrote it down for this. Whatever. Let's have a look, listen to what we said about that chick.
They made so many people naked, and then she does get naked as a hunchback. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm watching this hunchback have sex. I'm like, that kind of looks good. But she's got this nasty hunchback, and her face is everywhere. Right. Her face is like, part of it's here. Her face is everywhere. Part of it's here, part of it's there. And she's got this hunchback, and she's still fucking the shit out of you. You're like, I don't know if this is good or not.
She had good tits.
Her face was everywhere. I still can't. I still can't take it. Her face was everywhere. Come on now. That is some gold shit right there. I loved it. Her face was everywhere. He was being honest. Her face was everywhere. But it just came out of nowhere. And as you can tell, I laugh about that shit all the fucking time. We're moving in, though. We're moving in on the end of the season. And Tom and I decided in episode 48 that we were going to talk about music. Now, the music show was really long, but I cut this stuff out of it. Stuff that I felt was kind of intriguing, kind of funny. Let's take a seat back and listen to Tom's take on AC/DC's Bon Scott and Brian Johnson.
I don't know, man, because honestly, like Bon Scott, like his voice
it reminds me of a criminal. Like fucking, if you listen to AC/DC back then compared to now, like he reminds me of that guy. Like he was the guy who was getting in the fights.
Yeah.
He was at the bars. He was going to jail. Like he was that fucking guy, right? A good guy to be around.
You're kind of
my kind of guy. You can have beer with this guy and know that he's got your back.
Yeah.
Like that's what I feel like when I hear these old AC/DC songs.
Okay, I can see
now when
that.
when I hear Brian Johnson, all I hear is thunder's clapping somewhere.
I can agree with that, but I think the reason why I'm
Oh, well, you gotta listen to that episode because Tom's got another couple good lines from there. Like every one of these episodes that I've dropped or I've mentioned has a lot of good stuff. Batman had a lot of good stuff in it. Military had a lot of good stuff. Tom's gonna be coming at you with more stuff that that he saw, that he liked. So just check his next episode out after this one. And for my last clip, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna take you all the way to episode 51, cults, where we talk about a bunch of different cults. I did a lot of research, or a little bit of research on a couple cults. Threw it by Tom. In this particular clip, we're talking about the family with David Berg. Let's check it out.
Oh, it always goes out of control sexually.
It seems like that's a big thing. And here we're showing these comic books with this lion sucking on titties and shit, and I'm like,
wow.
what the like, what is going on?
That's crazy.
And then he allowed or encouraged women to become what I saw on one of the comic books that said hookers for Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? And he was like, oh, if you get paid for it, that's fine. He wasn't trying to pimp them. He wasn't taking any money. but he said, if they get paid for it, why not? It's fine.
Why not?
Yeah.
Mary Magdalene was a whore.
Yeah, so he's like, well, be hookers for Jesus.
Hookers for Jesus.
Yeah.
The slogan of the 20th century.
But they called it flirty fishing.
Hookers for Jesus, the slogan of the 21st century. I loved it. That's why I picked that clip. You never know what Tom's gonna say when we're sitting down having a good time like that. Hope you enjoyed this walk down memory lane with me. Remember, there's over 50 episodes of the podcast now on YouTube, so listen to them during quarantine. Catch up. Find some funny shit, because there's a lot more funny shit. We ain't pulling everything. We're only pulling a clip here and there. So if you sit down and listen, I'm sure you'll find something you like. Remember, stay inside, stay safe. But the most important thing, remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and right here on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Walk down memory lane. I'll catch you next time. See ya.